Hurricane season is here. Are you ready? Most importantly, are you prepared? Build a kit, make a plan, stay informed. Officially, the Atlantic hurricane season is from June 1st to November 30th. The best way to avoid hurricane damage is to prevent it at the beginning of the season. Before the storm, board up your windows or close storm shutters. Trim the trees and shrubs around your home. Clear loose and clogged spouts and rain gutters. Perform an inventory of home contents such as electronics, jewelry, appliances, clothing, and store in a safe place. Take detailed photos and/or videos of home property and contents, both internal and external, and store in a safe place. Secure or remove all items outside your homes, such as grills, hanging plants, or potted plants. Tie down small or young trees to prevent uprooting. Store all important documents such as insurance papers in a waterproof container and in a secure location. Prepare your evacuation kit. Turn off gas tanks. Fill the bathtub and other large containers with water for sanitary purposes such as cleaning and flushing toilets. Clear around the house and cut trees back. Store objects that could become dangerous projectiles. Check doors, windows, roofs, and drainage systems for rainwater. Store equipment likely to be used after a cyclone such as tools, tarpaulins, plywood, plastic containers, mops, and buckets. Prepare water reserves, fill jerry cans or plastic bottles with tap water. Prepare a first aid kit. Prepare a family disaster plan and disaster supply kit. Preventing the loss of a life and minimizing the damage to property from hurricanes are responsibilities that are shared by everyone. If you are asked to evacuate, you should do so without hesitation. It is important for you and your family to have a plan that makes you as safe as possible. Preparedness includes having the supplies on hand to weather any storm. For your family disaster plan, locate a safe room. Determine escape routes. Make a plan now for what to do with your pets if you need to evacuate. Post emergency phone numbers by your phones and make sure your children know how and when to call. Check your insurance coverage. Stock non-perishable emergency supplies and a disaster supply kit. A disaster supply kit should include the following recommended items: water, 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 days for drinking and sanitation. Food, enough for at least a 3-day supply of non-perishable packaged canned juices, food for infants or the elderly. Manual can opener for food, battery-powered or hand-cranked radio and extra batteries for both. Flashlight and extra batteries, first aid kit, medicines, and backup prescriptions. Whistle to signal for help, dust masks to help filter contaminated air, and plastic sheeting and duct tape to shelter in place. Toiletries, moist towelettes, hygiene items, garbage bags, and plastic ties for personal sanitation. Wrench or pliers to turn off utilities. Fully charged cell phone with extra battery. Cash and credit cards. Important documents should be put in a waterproof container. Fill car tanks with fuel a few days before the storm. Toys, books, games. Pet care items, medication, ample supply of food and water, a carrier or cage, a muzzle, and a leash. During the hurricane, stay in your house. Listen to the radio. Do not stand near windows and/or glass doors. Close all interior doors. Keep curtains and blinds closed. Take refuge in a small interior room, closet, or hallway on the lowest level of your home. Leave dormer windows slightly open to improve air circulation. Please stay off the roads. It will be dangerous. You may also hinder rescue teams. If your home is not safe in the event of a hurricane, go to the nearest shelter at the beginning of the alerts. Bring necessary foods such as energy bars, biscuits, milk, and fruit juice, food for infants, and personal hygiene products. A doctor is assigned to each shelter in case of an emergency. Here are the 9 shelters. During approaching storms and during the actual storm, radio advisors and meteorologists tend to say we are in yellow or red alert. But do you know what the colors represent on the weather alert color code? Yellow alert. Be careful. A cyclonic disturbance may pose a threat to the territory on a long-term or unidentified time frame or within a shorter time frame but with limited effect. Orange alert. Get ready. A tropical cyclone is a potential danger with strong impact expected but still remains a long-term time frame and therefore still lacks precision or a high possibility of danger on a shorter time frame but with limited effects. Red alert. Protect yourself. A tropical cyclone is a highly likely danger within a short time frame with relatively strong effects, or within a slightly longer time frame but with intense effects. Major hurricane, violent. Purple alert. Stay inside. Do not go out. An intense tropical cyclone, a major hurricane, represents an imminent danger to part or all of the territory. Its expected effects are very serious. Gray alert. Remain cautious. A tropical cyclone has crossed the territory with damage. Even though the weather conditions are improving, danger is still present with floods, mudslides, electrical cables on the ground, and roads being cut off. Clearing teams and emergency services must be able to start working unimpeded when traveling. Green alert. No more significant danger. The dangers inherent in the passage of a tropical cyclone are moving away permanently, whether the cyclone touched the territory or not. Remain cautious. Since you do not know where you will be when an emergency occurs, prepare supplies for home, work, and also your vehicles. Your disaster supply kit should contain essential food, water, and supplies for at least 3 days. Keep this kit in a designated place and have it ready in case you have to leave your home quickly. Make sure all family members know where the kit is kept. Additionally, you may want to consider having supplies for sheltering for up to 2 weeks. You need to be prepared to shelter at work for at least 24 hours. Make sure you have food and water and other necessities like medicines in your kit, and also be sure to have comfortable walking shoes at your workplace in case an evacuation requires walking long distances. Your kit should also be in one container and ready to grab and go in case you're evacuated from your workplace. In case you are stranded in your automobile, keep a kit of emergency supplies in your car. This kit should include jumper cables, flashlights and extra batteries, first aid kit, and necessary medications in case you are away from your home for a prolonged time, food items containing proteins such as nuts and energy bars, canned fruit, and a portable can opener, water for each person and pet in your car, a radio to listen to traffic reports and emergency messages, cat litter or sand for better tire traction, a shovel, warm clothes, sturdy boots, jacket, and an extra change of clothing, blankets or sleeping bags, and also consider a fully charged cell phone and a phone charger, flares or reflective triangle, baby formula and diapers if you have a small child. Be prepared for an emergency by keeping your gas tank full, and if you find yourself stranded, be safe and stay in your car. Put on your flashes, call for help, and wait until it arrives. With emphasis on what to do before and during the storm, it is also important to know what to do after the storm has passed. First, stay tuned to the local radio station for information. Help injured or trapped persons and provide first aid wherever it is appropriate. Do not move seriously injured persons unless they are in immediate danger of further injury. Call for help. If you are returning from evacuation, return home only after authorities advise that it is safe to do so. Avoid loose or dangling power lines and report them immediately to the electric company, police, or fire department. Enter your home with caution. Beware of snakes, insects, and animals driven to higher ground by floodwater. Open windows and doors to ventilate and dry your home. If power is lost, turn off major appliances to reduce power surge when electricity is restored. In fact, before you evacuate, unplug appliances and shut off the water valve. When you return, check refrigerated foods for spoilage. Take pictures of the damage both to the house and its contents for insurance claims. Drive only if absolutely necessary and avoid flooded roads and washed out bridges. Use the telephone only for emergency calls. Inspect utilities after a storm for damage. Check for gas leaks. Look for electrical system damage. If you see sparks or broken or frayed wires, or if you smell hot installation, turn off the electricity at the main fuse box or circuit breaker. If you have to step in water to get to the fuse box or circuit breaker, call an electrician first for advice. Check for sewage and water line damage. If you suspect sewage lines are damaged, avoid using the toilets and call a plumber. If water pipes are damaged, contact the water company and avoid the water from the tap. One final thought. Do not run generators, grills, or other gas-operated appliances indoors. Remember, build a kit, make a plan, be prepared. One final thought. Do not run generators, grills, or other gas-operated appliances indoors. Remember, build a kit, make a plan, be prepared.